What's good, Fight Fans? Sassy's Corner. And I wanted to talk about what's next for Sean Porter. Um, I'm not going to talk about, him ducking Earl Spence and what's already painfully obvious. I want to know who he's fighting next as far as the mandatories. He was set to fight the winner of Thomas Delorme and Jesse Vargas, but that turned out to be a draw. So, who is he going to fight next? I heard that the next person in line was going to be Andrew Berto because I believe they're going to make him a mandatory, even though he's only ranked number 7 in the WBC. I don't know how they're going to make him a mandatory, but I believe I seen some. I think it was Ticket TV. Shout out to Big Ticket TV. I believe he made a video saying that this may be one of his mandatories. You know how shit changes all the time. You know what I'm saying with these politics when it comes to them trying to do some fishy shit. Shit changes a lot. You know what I mean? So who knows if this is still true? But he was supposed to be made a mandatory. If so, then he's going to be the next fight that Sean Porter fights, even though I don't want to see Sean Porter fight anybody besides Earl Spence Jr. That's the person he said he's going to fight, and that's the person he should fight next, and just keep his word and just fight Sean Porter. Forget the mandatories and go for that unification. But technically, this would be a rematch with the WBC title involved. They fought last year, and of course, Sean Porter didn't have the title, but they did fight last year, and that first fight was wild. Okay, it was a wild fight. You know what I'm saying? And if Sean didn't give Berto a spare tire around his cranium, right above his right around his eyebrows and around his damn head, if he didn't give him that damn spare tire, it would have been a better fight than what it was. And I don't know if the outcome would have been the same, if you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Berto was getting at Porter. Before Sean Porter, started using his head during the fight, you know what I'm saying? Porter, even admitted, I think he admitted to Andre Berto that he was headbutting him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put a link into the description for anybody that don't believe that last comment. It was a little interview that was done with somebody did an interview with Berto right after that. I don't know if it was right after that fight, but it was probably a week or two after that fight. And, it said that Sean Porter admitted to him, he probably apologized, honestly, that he was headbutting. I'm going to put that into the description just in case anybody didn't, think I'm bullshitting on that. I honestly don't even know if he wanted to take that fight, with Sean Porter because of the headbutts and shit. You know what I mean? Knowingly, if somebody knowingly know they headbutting you during the fight, I mean, would you even want a rematch? Especially if he said he had a concussion after all of those headbutts. His head was banging. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's ridiculous. I think he should take the fight anyway just because the WBC is involved and train for that. Train for him doing what he did in the first fight, even though Sean Porter dropped him, I think, in the beginning of the fight. And then, at the end of it, I think the second round he dropped Andre Berto. And then, in the 10th, I think he finished it. But I will watch the fight, no doubt. But I still believe Earl Spence Jr. is the only one that has a right to that title as far as fighting Sean Porter next, because of all the shit that was said when Earl Spence was coming up before he had a title, that he need to wait his turn. He hasn't fought anybody. He doesn't have a title. He needs to do this and do that. He's done all of that. He's waited his time. He's waited patiently. He beat the person that Sean Porter got his belt stolen from. You know what I'm saying? He straight up snatched Sean Porter's belt. Kell Brook did. He went over there to his backyard and got the belt back. You know what I'm saying? If anything, Sean Porter kept saying, he ain't worried about the IBF. He wants the WB. He wants this strap. Since you got that strap, fight for that IBF title again. Hell, do what you said you was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Be a man of your word. Do the fans a favor and just, back up all of that shit that you was talking as far as, Spence and Porter being an easy fight to make, and just make it. I really don't want to see. I would rather see Earl Spence getting that ring with him because he deserves it. But I mean, as far as the Jesse Vargas and Thomas Delorme fight goes, I seen it today. I didn't watch it last night, and it was an alright fight. If you ask me, I believe Thomas won that fight. Jesse Vargas isn't the fighter that he was, and he's just not that good, because I honestly believe Thomas Delarme isn't that good of a fighter, but it seems to me like he kind of won that fight against Jesse Vargas, and I'm kind of glad that they, what I'm saying, that no winner came out of this, because I want to see Sean fight Earl Spence is the bottom line to the whole to this whole Sean Porter thing. Like, we wouldn't even be talking about Sean Porter if Spence's name wasn't involved. Just like M said, gave you a career to destroy it. Like, nah, yo, that's kind of foul. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up to say. I'm just joking, yo. Sean Porter been had a career before Spence was even in the game. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter has his own following and backing. But, bruh, if you don't fight Earl Spence and you lose this title before getting to fight Earl Spence, bruh, don't ever say his name again, yo. You're not going to get a fight with Earl Spence if you lose this title before fighting him, yo. And I don't blame him if he don't. If Sean Porter's cries land on deaf ears, I mean, that's just it's his fault, you know. I think he should fight Earl Spence next before he loses the title. But always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.